Good morning, my dear children. Hope you are all safe and sound. Today we are going to discuss the new chapter, Dictionary. So far we discussed about list, tuple and string. There is many similarities between all these list, string and tuple, but in dictionary it is having some different structure. Let us discuss what do you mean by a dictionary. It is another collection of a sequence, but in different structure. My dear children, in list, tuple and string we are having different type of elements accessed with the index. But in dictionary we are having key value pair. Key value pair means it is having a key and the elements in the side of value. Both are separated with a colon. Each and every element is a key value pair. How to create a dictionary? Dictionary can be created by the use of curly brackets. Key value pairs are separated with a comma. The key and value can be separated with the use of colon. My dear children, there are many ways to create a dictionary. Let us discuss what are they. The first one, creating an empty dictionary and fill with the key and value pairs. Look at the example which I had given. Dict of 1 is equal to an empty dictionary. And days in month. My dear children, I had created a dictionary with a month as the keys and the dates are the values. So what are the keys I used here? Jan, Feb, March, April, like that. And the values like 31, 28, 31, etc. Here, in the string, in the number, in a tuple, the key may be of immutable type. That means what? Key should not change in place. Whereas, values may be mutable or immutable. In a dictionary, we are not supposed to give similar type of keys. Keys must be unique. So, my dear children, I am giving the 2 points for a key. That is, key must be immutable and unique. Like all other objects that we studied, list, tuple and string, how to access the elements using the index. But in dictionary, we need to use keys for accessing the elements. As we discussed in list, tuple and string, how to traverse through a dictionary. What do you mean by a traversing? Traversing means meeting each and every element in a sequence. So in a dictionary, we are also having many elements with a key value pair. So how to traverse through it? Using a for loop logic. That is, I had given a dictionary myDictOf. Within that, I had given employee details like employee number, name, department and the salary. Look at the for loop I had given for key in myDict. So for each key, I am getting the key value only. myDict for loop will give each keys. Like index, here we can use keys. The next one, how to simultaneously access keys and values. That is, we can use keys and values simultaneously. For that, in Python we are having two functions. The first one is keys and second one is values. While we are giving myDictOf keys, it will produce a list of keys only. That is, in the employee dictionary, we are having the keys like employee number, name, DEPT and salary. And the values like 1, Shivam, sales and 25,000. So when I am giving myDictOf keys, it will produce only the list of keys which is in the dictionary. And we can convert the sequence returned by the keys and values by the use of list_of function. So it will convert all the keys into list. Similarly, all the values in a list. Look at the example which I had given in the red color. List of myDictOf keys. So myDictOf keys will be converted into a list so that we can use it for a list purpose. Then what are the characteristics of a dictionary? Usually list, tuple and string are the ordered list or ordered set, whereas dictionary is an unordered set of sequences. Then dictionary actually it is not a sequence, but it is having the sequence like key value pairs. Then it is indexed by the values and the elements indexed by keys, not by the numbers, like unlike string, list and a tuple. Then keys must be unique. The dictionary is a mutable data type. Dictionary is a mutable data type, where keys in the dictionary are immutable data type. Keys in the dictionary are immutable data type. My dear children, in the dictionary, the key and values are mapped together. That is called a hash function. Internally, the key value pairs are associated with some other internal function called a hash function. This way of linking is called a mapping. My dear children, all the keys are mapped with a different type of values. Keys must be unique. Then working with the dictionaries. My dear children, we can initialize, that is, we can give the values for a dictionary either in the form of a dictionary name is equal to key value pair. Then we can add a key value to a empty dictionary. That is, how to create a dictionary with a empty dictionary. First, we need to use alphabets is equal to curly brackets. That means what? A dictionary with a empty elements. Then alphabet is equal to dictof function. Here I used dictof. As we studied in list, we are having list function. In tuple, we are having tuple. For string, we are having str. Like that, for dictionaries also we are having dict function to create a dictionary or to convert anything into a dictionary. Then the second way, the third way is, and after that, after creating an empty list, we can assign the values for each key. Look at the example which I had given. Alphabets is equal to empty dictionary. Alphabet A is equal to apple. So in the key A, apple will be the value. In B key, boy will be the value. Look at the another type of creating a dictionary. Creating a dictionary from name and value pair. For that I am using dictof function. Dictof, roll number equal to 1, name equal to Scott, percentage is equal to 89. Here I used dictof function along with the keys. Only one thing you have to remember is no need of quotes for keys if you are using dictof. Then the fourth one is comma separated key value pair. You can use comma separated key value pair along with the dictof function. Look at the example I had given. Student is equal to dictof, roll number 1, name Scott. What is the difference between the first one and this one? Here I used a dictof function along with the curly brackets. That is the only difference between the previous one and this one. Then we can use zip function. Here we can give keys all together and values together using a zip function. For that I have to give like EMP is a dictionary name. Then I used a dictof function. Within that dictof function I used a zip function. The first bracket encloses all the key value together, keys together, and the second bracket encloses all the values together. My dear children, zip function always combines keys and values together. Then this is another example specifying key value pair separately in the form of sequence. Here name comma Victor, department comma sales, both are list which I had given within the dictof function, or else you can give John, department and salary. That is another example. Here key value pairs are specified in a separate form of sequence. Then how to add an element to a dictionary? Using the key again. Dictionary name of key is equal to value. Then we discussed about nesting. What do you mean by nesting? What do you mean by nested list? a list within a list. Here, a dictionary within a key of dictionary is known as nested list. A dictionary within a key of another dictionary is known as nested dictionary. As we discussed, here it is having 4 elements: name 1, address 1, name 2, address 2. That is a small mistake in this print. That is name 1, name 2. We should have to give 1, 2 for name, address also 1, 2. Here what is the nested dictionary key I used here? Address 1 and address 2. Let me ask another question. What are the outer keys I used here? Name 1, name 2, address 1, address 2. So what may be the inner keys? Inner keys are HNO, city and pin code. My dear children, I hope you are all clear about how to add elements in a dictionary. Further detailing will be in the next module. Thank you.